Storytime with Spencer always features skateboarding and good times. And that's what Jim was all about. With that being said, I believe that dedicating an episode of Storytime to Jim shows more reverence than making a memorial montage. This is not one of the videos I had planned, but it's one that needs to be made. This will all make sense within a couple minutes. Enjoy.
Benjji's build your own pizza. You make it, we bake it. What do you want on yours? Today we're doing a pepperoni.
No pepperonis. I don't want any, no sausage or bacon. Just put some tomatoes on it.
Okay.
Some onions, something green, spinach or.
What kind of cheese?
Just whatever you have.
We got it all. Mozzarella, ricotta, feta.
You know what? Actually, just give me one of those. One of those Napoleon.
Neapolitan.
Neapolitan. Medium Neapolitan, please.
Okay, it's gonna be $13.50.
Yep. Sounds good.
It's gonna take 45 minutes.
Yeah, okay. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Hey, you sound a lot like Vincenzo Borrell.
Alexa, set a timer 45 minutes. Play me a good song.
Okay.
Oh, you gonna take me home tonight. Oh, down beside that red firelight. Oh, you gonna let it all hang out. Fat bottom girls, you will make the rockin' world go round.
Alexa, pause the TV.
Great.
Special delivery.
Special delivery, huh? Here, keep the change. Yeah, alright, thanks.
Speaking of special, everybody says that anybody who passes away is special, which makes sense because they're sad, and I'm sure whoever the person was special to them. However, it's less common that the person who passed away is special to the world. It is with great sadness and condolences that I say, this is one of those times. To understand how a video that begins with me eating pizza is a tribute to a globally special friend who passed away, you gotta know who that friend is. This is Jim Martin. The public may know him as the world's oldest skateboarder, but to me, he was a friend. Now, before we get into all the things that make Jim the legend that he is, just know that he's a special guy. And a special guy gets a special tribute. You see, although I am sad like many others, Jim wouldn't have wanted an emotional memorial video. He would have wanted a fun video filled with skateboarding, bowling, and good times. Now, unlike Jim, I'm not much of a bowler. Plus, all the bowling alleys in LA are closed because of that bug that's going around. But the least I can do is order a pizza, put on some bowling, and tell you guys some cool stories that I have with my old friend Jim. See? Now you get it. But before I get into those stories and before we celebrate the life of Jim with the pictures and videos and all that, like I mentioned earlier, this video needs some skateboarding and good times, doesn't it? So to set the tone of this video, let's start there. Ladies and gentlemen, Storytime with Spencer, Episode 5, dedicated to Jim Martin. Cue the intro. You may think I'm a guy that... Whoa, actually, nobody cares about the intro. If you want to see it, just watch episodes 1 through 4. Let's just start with the skateboarding.
happened the first time, bro.
In this series, we take all the footage that was never used, and I try to tell it like one big pink. In this series, we take all the footage that was never used, and I try to tell it like one big, long, throbbing story. In this episode, I decided to be in the Cartoon 03 headquarters, as you can see from the Cartoon 03 skateboards behind me, which, yes, if you're wondering, I own.
Spencer, when you're finished cleaning the bathroom, please bring me a coffee. And don't sit on the couch.
Let's dive right in. Here we have the table of contents, which has everything you're going to see in today's episode and how to find it if you're one of those Karens that skips through the video. Moving on. Jesus. Starting with a segment that is a celebration of my friend Jim Martin's life and a tribute to him. Enjoy. I have many stories and memories with Jim, and I'm going to tell you a couple of them. But the story of Jim's life is obviously best explained by him, and I was lucky enough to interview him about his life in this video. So in order for you guys to get to know Jim, we're going to start with the interview from that video. If you've already seen it, feel free to skip to this timestamp. I guess you could start, you could just start with like your name and your age.
Okay. My name is Jim Martin, known as the old skater, and I'm 78 years young and still doing it and loving every minute of it.
So when did you start skating?
I was 50 years old when I got on the board.
Because you surfed before you skated, too.
Oh yeah, I spent 20 years on a surfboard, from 23 years of age to my late 30s till I moved up to Asheville from Miami. How it happened was I was down in Hendersonville, Bible study, and this couple, a very close friend, their son Aaron, he heard I surfed and all, so he said to me one day, have you ever thought about getting on a skateboard? It's the same thing, you got the bounce, you've ridden surfboards. He had a skateboard in the back of the car. I got on it and rode it. I could ride, I had the bounce. I got hooked. I went and ordered a board online, which I still have.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
I felt good. That
wasn't bad.
I would have to learn how to ship this like to keep it going further. What I do like is I'm able to help kids learn and encourage them to develop their tricks and so forth. This is going to shock you. Down in Fort Lauderdale at Ramp 48, I said to Joe and Yuli, I want to learn to drop in. So at 65 years of age, I dropped in 15 straight times. I learned to drop in at 65. I can't now because of knees. I mean, I've had some things I had to cut back on because of knees.
There you go. That was awesome.
I was teaching a hippie jump maneuver to a 10-year-old down in Patton Park on my 69th birthday. Stepped up on the rail. I slid off the rail, separated the shoulder. I couldn't even close my hands. So Rollins says, Mr. Jim, I hope you're not going to die. I was in pain. I said, you know, I can't complain because Jesus went through more than that for me. What am I going to complain?
Man.
That's what I said to him. I couldn't believe I said it, but I said it. I remember it.
That's awesome.
And I said, what are you going to do? I'm going to drive myself to urgent care. This is what amazed me. I look back at that. I tell people this. I said, you did what at 69? You're still skating after that? I said, yeah, I'm skating better than ever.
How have you been feeling skating today? Pretty good?
Feel great. Feel great.
Feel great?
I was amazed it came back. The timing came back a lot quicker than I thought.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord for that.
Praise the Lord for that, man. There's a lot of people out there that say you shouldn't be doing this, saying that you're too old, that it's dangerous.
I don't hear from young people at all. I hear that mainly from my peers who are in my age bracket, within the 50s and up. They simply say you can get hurt. You did it when you were younger. They didn't realize I didn't start to do it until I was 50, but they said you're getting too old, you can be hurt. You break a bone, it's more serious. But recently, when they were giving me a hard time, I said, are you listening? Age 69, I separated my shoulder. I couldn't close my hand. The guy who rehabbed me, he said, I'm gonna get you back on that skateboard, but don't rush it. He had me come over and speak to some of these people in the 50s. He told them how I got hurt, and they looked at me and said, I hope you're not gonna skate. I said, I'll be back on the board within 6 months. And I was.
Oh man, that's amazing.
But they're not me. I mean, they're wired different than I am. If the Lord takes his hands off me, that's different. But God's called me to do it. And I can do it.
Yeah.
And I know my limits. If I get out here and try to do what you do, or some of the better skaters, someone ought to put their foot up my rear end because I should know better.
How would you say you're feeling skating at this age as opposed to when you started?
You ready for this one? It feels better.
Feels better?
I feel better as far as enjoying it more. I'm not going to lie to you. I have lost some physical skills. I had to stop some things because age does take a toll on your body. This is a fallen world we live in. But I enjoy it more because I understand it more. Not bad for a grandpa, right? For a grandpa age guy. Yeah, 25.
Do you have like a daily thing that you do to get ready to skate, or any sort of routine
I do my stretches. You saw I'd stretch out. I try to eat something with more protein. I eat healthy anyhow. I eat organic stuff primarily. I look at that verse, Philippians 4:13.
Philippians 4:13.
Then I water and all that.
Do you ever feel kind of worried for like an injury?
I don't think the fear is much. It's common sense. I have to listen to my body, and I realize, okay, that's the difference.
I hope that I can be skating when I'm your age. Do you know any skaters older than you? People were telling you could have an injury as serious as death.
I said I'll have an express ride to heaven afterwards.
So when are you going to quit?
Might be never.
Alright, this is the part where I was supposed to sit in the living room with the bowling playing in the background and tell you all the stories that I have about Jim. And I was going to overlay those stories with never before seen pictures and videos of Jim. But you see, the problem is there's a party going on at my house right now, and the living room is crowded with people. And all those never before seen pictures and videos of Jim were supposed to be sent to me by Jim's son. But honestly, I think I've hounded him enough. I blew up his phone with messages and he never responded. I'm sure he's busy, I totally get it. So I don't want to bother him anymore. So now I'm just sitting here in my car in Los Angeles filming this segment on my phone. But I think if I put some bowling on in the background, fix the colors a little bit, add some background music, and maybe like a cool effect. No. I think I can make this work. I met Jim at Zero Gravity Skate Park in Brevard, North Carolina years ago when I was a little kid. Every Thursday, Zero Gravity had a skate church, and Jim was the teacher, or preacher, pastor.
I loved what he did. I loved the fact that he was a part of our lives and that he was a part of the skate park.
Jim was such an awesome dude. He literally taught me how to drop in, taught me the skater handshake, and always made me feel very welcome at the skate park.
Jim just had the sweetest soul. He was a ride for those who needed it, and a grandfather figure to so many.
He was definitely always an inspiration to continue skating because he showed you that there was no age limit for sure, and he could carve like a mofo.
Jim was the kind of guy that would make you feel like you could do anything. He was too busy making everyone else feel cool to know how cool he really was.
Jim was kind of the good-hearted, awkward uncle. I don't think he ever had a bad thing to say about anyone, even about bad people at the skate park. That's a hard trait to find in people these days.
He was a legend at the skate park. He literally was for skaters and knowing who Christ was. And I always had people ask me, how in the world is your son going to make a career of skateboarding? He can't skate for the rest of his life. Well, Jim skated up until he passed.
When I met him, I was a little kid, but he was already in his mid-60s. I was like, what the heck? Old people skate? Turns out they usually don't. He's just a legend.
He was always very open and vulnerable when he preached, and he preached about addiction and his struggle with alcoholism and how he came to be sober.
He was the greatest example of is to continue on.
He had his own style of skating. Now that I look back and think about it, it really reflects his personality. He was someone who always went with the flow of things, and when it came to his skating tricks, he would legit just kind of like a freaking cloud, spread out his arms, go on one leg, and then do like a small squat.
He told many kids about the love of Jesus Christ, and that's where his heart was.
He was a very good influence at the skate park. It was a joy to be around. Really somebody that we can all aspire to be more like, I hope that I'm skating when I'm metal.
His legacy will live on forever.
You're gonna be greatly missed.
Rest in peace, Jim. We all think about you.
We all miss you, Jim, but we'll see you on the other side.
Thank you, Jim, for giving back and spreading the love of Christ. We love you.
I want to say thank you to Lynn Howell for messaging me and telling me the news of how Jim passed away. All right, on to the rest of Storytime.
Rest in peace, buddy. I'll see you when I get there. Oh, this page just says, epic skate montage dedicated to Jim Martin. P.S. Don't sit on the couch.
Wait. You already saw this at the beginning of the video. Moving on.
You see what I did there?
No, I didn't see it at all. Get off the couch!
God. Sorry about that. The 2020 presidential elections were about to happen. That was foreshadowing. So Spencer got on his MacBook to do a little research.
Listen, baby. Everybody's fighting, everybody's dying, the world is ending. Wide enough, baby. If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far. Don't worry, baby. Just call my name. I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry. Baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby. Remember the day I set you free. I told you you could always count on me. Stay home. I made a vow. It's a sad state of events. In fact, as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen.
While on his way to buy a new MacBook, it was Halloween, and Spencer got a spooky text.
Obviously, Spencer never got around to doing research on who to vote for president before blasting his MacBook with a 12 gauge. But now, with his new MacBook, Spencer was ready to get political.
Aliens?
I hear you go again. You say you want your freedom. But who am I to keep?
We interrupt the internet to bring you this special bulletin.
I have an announcement to make.
Me? For president?
I will now open up the floor to any questions. Jimmy?
What's your stance on illegal immigration?
I think we should build a fence around the entire planet. But who would build it? Am I right? Thank you. The thing in the soup?
What's your take on gay rights?
I think there should also be gay laughs. Anyone? Jimmy?
Under what party are you running?
The party. The thing?
Global warming.
I definitely think there should be global warming. I mean, look what happened to Pluto. Nobody said anything. Now it's not even a planet. They should have said, we warn you. Globally. I mean...
Let's go to the Zoom.
Hey, O3, it's Nick Swartzen. I have a very important question. Really important. When you fart, does it go back up into your hood? O2 said that it did. But then again, he would normally be going number 2.
Zoe.
What are you gonna do about war?
I come from a place called Peace. I think we're on our way.
I keep seeing this guy. It's like he's everywhere. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm just tripping. Hey, yeah, can I change my vote?
Sure, we can do that. Who do you want to change it to?
Let's just say the one who owns a spaceship.
03 or Kanye?
Oh, the alien.
So 03 or Kanye?
03.
Alrighty.
03.
Is that all I can do for you?
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye.
After watching 03's press conference... Sorry, just give me a second. My last video, which was episode 4 of Storytime with Spencer, got age restricted by YouTube, even though I didn't break any of YouTube's rules. But it's a very entertaining banger video, so it sucks that it only got a third of my usual views. But I think I can fix that right now. Here's how. When you're done watching this video, click the link in the description, which will take you to episode 4. When you get there, if you see this and YouTube isn't allowing you to watch it, just take 30 seconds to create a new account, and when it asks you for your birthday or age, just make sure you put any age over 18, and then you'll be able to watch it. And for those of you that are concerned, no, there's nothing inappropriate or suggestive in it. Okay, back to the video. Well, that's about it. If you want to support me so I can keep making these videos, please go to cartoon03.com. Also, the new Benjji drop is coming very soon. It'll be out in early January. Here's a blurry sneak peek.
Going out my mind. You stress me out. You use.
Oh, also, big news. The Cartoon 03 first full launch just dropped. Check it.
Me down. But now I'm going out my mind. You stress.
Also, stay tuned because I have huge projects in the works. And remember that the love you take is equal to all that love you took. And Spencer got a spooky text.
That's why he ran for president.
I'm not gonna say that. Wait, was it presidential hearing? Is that what are they called? Presidential press conference. Is it presidential or just press conference? Yeah, but isn't there a word for that? Okay, I'll just say presidential.
2020 is the best.
Oh yeah, that's pretty funny actually.
Are you sitting on the f***ing couch?
Let's dive right in. You ready for it? Oh! Because, bro,
I didn't do it.
knock that. Who did it then?
The ghost.
Yeet!